would not want to have what we have, even with all the adversity, even with all the struggles. And those are just things that we really just put it within ourselves or even in our minds. Because in reality, is how we perceive things, right? How we receive things on how whatever adversity that we're doing, it's not about the action, it's about the reaction. So basically, I just wanted to go ahead and cover just a few things, guys. Obviously, I think this week has been a very challenging week, and it continues to be. Obviously, I just think we're going through different phases. I think as a business and an organization, even myself personally, I think I'm going through some sort of like transformation personally, which obviously we could only kind of, in a sense, just welcome it, just given the fact that with no adversity, there's no growth, right? So, and that's obviously true in everything that we do. Strength training, obviously you want to go ahead and you're probably going to school and you want to graduate, and you're probably going to have those late nights, those those study times, and sometimes things are obviously not going to pretty much like plan out to an extent, but it's on us. It's really on us to like either make that determination, be conscious of it as to what exactly is happening, and make that decision of actually doing something, right? Obviously just moving forward, plowing along. And to me, that's super, super important, because at the end, it's either do I move forward or I just stay where I'm at. As a matter of fact, I was listening to an audio today. I obviously shared it through the WhatsApp. I don't know who heard it or not, but I'm going to go ahead and play it because I like to obviously listen to that every single day. To me personally, it helps me, it motivates me. Literally, I was talking to Ray yesterday. And again, we're always going through our ups and our downs. But I think as long as we continue to focus on whatever goals we've set for ourselves, that's how we literally move forward. That's why the whole thing of having your goals on a piece of paper, not something that you're just saying, because then again, it just becomes a wish. It becomes some sort of dream that we have or a desire. But if it's not on paper and all of a sudden you go through a process and then boom, something happens, you get stuck, and guess what? If you don't go back, you don't review that dream, you're not constantly on it, you're not constantly working on something specific to try to get you to that next level, all of a sudden that dream just basically just dies. And this is why it's important to write your goals down, because then that's how you pretty much just move forward and you progress from there, right? We literally left yesterday at 10. We did a bunch of videos yesterday, which I was super happy about. We've been talking about the concepts of the videos and how we're gonna go ahead and structure them. And I was just sharing with Ray, I feel like we have some sort of like dynamic or chemistry, especially when we come together and we talk about certain things and we kind of like feed off on each other. So I'm actually pretty happy that we were able to pretty much get back on the horse, or at least back on track with regards to that. Nevertheless, we actually had a good end of day yesterday. Yep. We kind of started a little bit rocky to an extent, but at the end, obviously, everybody pretty much pulled through. So thank you so much, especially for my sales team. So you guys did a phenomenal job. And again, it's not going to be easy to an extent. I think. And I was listening to one of my audios, and it's we shouldn't wish for things to be easy. We should actually wish to be stronger, or we should actually wish to actually be more wiser or understanding of the situations. Because at the end, if it's really easy, then everybody would do it. And obviously, this is another path that we're going through. There's another obstacle. There's another step, another evolution. And I just wish for the strength, And sometimes it's hard. And this week we've been kicking ass, staying late, doing whatever we had to do. I know the phones have been on fire, from what I've heard. So thank you so much for putting through with regards to that. I want to go ahead and play an audio, which I obviously is from today's, from Raul Villas, and I think it's really good. I don't know where my little boombox thing is at. Did I bring it? Is it back of you, Elias? Let me get it, please.
I felt like I'm going through shit in my life, and I start looking outside, I suffer. You have to ask yourself, what's going on inside? How can I grow from this? Because I bet you right now, if you take this opportunity and you feel the pain that you're going through and you fucking grow, look back one day and say that this was the best moment of your life because it made you who you are. My experience for you, brothers, that you fucking choose. To realize that you have choices. You either grow or you fucking die. You either grow and learn from your experience, or you die in suffering. And every time you
Talking to my brother just I think it was like about a year ago, and we were literally just talking about of how difficult my situation was at that time, and all these things that were happening, all this chaos or whatnot, and I loved it. Obviously, he's talking about perspective, and he said to me, "Justo, look at everything that you have, bro. You could literally walk into your bathroom, turn a knob, and you have water. A kid's hustle today is literally trying to find water." So, like, really thinking about that should kind of like, you know what? My problem is not really a problem then. And it's kind of like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, who would not want to have what we have, even with all the adversity, even with all the struggles? And those are just things that we really just put it within ourselves or even in our minds. Because in reality, is how we perceive things, right? How we receive things on whatever adversity that we're doing. It's not about the action, it's about the reaction. It's about how we act towards whatever it is that we have. And obviously, I think that's really important for us to really think about that perspective. And obviously, we're just going through a growth. I ended up actually buying a stamp machine and the folding machine or whatnot, obviously to go ahead and help us out to create systematic processes. Something that we've literally been working so long on to have the CRM for sales operational and active. And now it's so funny because now it's like we feel like it's obviously completed, and now we're thinking of additional things that the CRM should actually have, especially stuff in Spanish. So now it's like, okay, fine, we finally got here. It took like freaking 6 months, and now it's like we have it. It's like, but I don't think we have it to the fullest capacity or even to its capabilities. And it's kind of funny now that we have to start thinking of what additional things that system could go ahead and help us out with. But again, that's more stuff that obviously we're going to continue to work on. I'm going to be here tomorrow. I'll be here Sunday, just continuing and just plowing. I was talking to a friend of mine, and obviously he's going through similar situations, and we talk about struggles and stuff like that. And the only way that I know how to address when I have a situation or a problem is by working even harder. It's throwing money to it. Whatever problems we have, just throw money to it. And obviously, we're gonna go through certain things or whatever the situation is. My car broke down. I need to pay rent. My child support is due. Whatever the hell it is. Continue working hard on it and keep throwing money at it. Yeah, guys, the objective with the CRM is obviously to go ahead and add that additional value or that additional follow-up, really. I've always known in sales, the number one thing that actually closes a deal is the follow-up. Is us literally just contacting the client, after we've done the evaluation. It's the follow-through, man. People just really want to be just connected. It happens a lot, and obviously I see it a lot, especially in processing. And I talk about this all the time with regards to, maybe we don't have to deliver so much results to an extent, but as long as we continue that open line of communication, the client's going to stay with us, man. It's pretty much gone. So obviously today should be a really, really good day. I spoke to Kika, and Kika, just more or less, we have about 22 leads that already just came in. So we're going to go ahead and move forward on that. I'm going to continue to insist with my sales team, guys. Don't wait for the leads, guy. One thing that I'm trying to do, at least for myself personally, even with all this crap that we're going through, I'm trying to still make it a point to go ahead and continue to use my social media. We actually had a recording that Norman went ahead and recorded me. I went ahead and I inputted that information. I actually just saved it. Yesterday, I actually had almost like 5 for the first time in a little bit. I had a lot of engagement through my Instagram. Obviously, they saw the videos that I was putting up with the recording and stuff like that, which was kind of neat, Again, it just puts us in front of the clientele, right? So, again, guys, if you're doing an evaluation, if you want, just use your phone, put that shit on social media, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you have, Twitter or Instagram or your LinkedIn, if you have referral partners, set up the appointments with them. Let me know. I'll go ahead and I'll coordinate. If you want, before you leave today, if you have somebody that it's a realtor, is a mortgage broker, somebody who's in the auto dealer industry, let me know who to listen on Tuesday. Because we go ahead and meet up with this person on Wednesday or whatever the situation is. I'll go out there with you. I've literally closed a few deals, and none of them came from social media. They're all people that I've already spoken to from back then, that I've already set those appointments up on. And also for my processing team, just keep kicking ass. I know, obviously, I'm trying to give you as much support as possible. Yesterday, unfortunately, kind of like she fired herself. She ended up going on a trip. And then I asked her about the trip and just throwing it out there. And she just said if she's terminated, she's terminated. So she kind of like terminated herself. It's just freaking crazy. But nevertheless, that's that. I do have all the intentions. As a matter of fact, on tomorrow I have an interview for, it was kind of funny because as soon as I was done talking to that, I was like, Jesus, give me my breakthrough. And then all of a sudden I get a phone call and this lady's like, yeah, are you looking for, I was referred to you by somebody that knows your mother and I'm looking for work and I wanted to know if I could come in for an interview. I was like, there you go. It's just crazy how shit happens. But nevertheless, I've reactivated that Indeed shit, so I need to start going through all the applications, start going through all that stuff. I want to give you guys a reinforcement as much as possible, but just work with what you have. If you obviously have, I'm going to stay here all day today. If you feel like obviously you're probably being too bombarded or you probably have somebody who's really rude, don't take it up on yourself. Call me, call Chelsea, and we're going to help you out as much as possible. So, I think with the hard work that we've had this week, I don't know if you guys want to order some food, some Chinese and shit.
Oh, Dominican.
Yeah, that's just good.
Una picada.
Por eso me va a costar dinero.